So Ferhan, some people that are in here or can listen in or even watching later, they're kind of people be asking themselves, what skills could they be looking to build themselves independently now before they get into a job? And then what skills could they look to continue building when they are then within that job?
Yeah, I mean, besides like the soft skills and some maybe industry level experience that you may need, if you are talking about a little bit more on the hard skills part, actually what Martyn mentioned is quite like parallel, but I would like to maybe a little bit more go deep on that skills part, because every day I'm at least mentoring four students at least to make sure that they have actually a nice career path or upskilling path. It doesn't matter they are entering our program or not. So we have quite a bit understanding of what kind of questions or challenges that young talents have in their minds, right? So the first thing that I would say is, if you're a designer, artist, or let's say no coder, you have a little bit more work to do, but you may be much more standing out if you really use your existing subject matter expertise on XR. That's the first thing that I would say, because um, there are many software developers out there that can C# programs that can learn Unity, or C++ programs that can learn Unreal, maybe in a considerably short amount of time. But if you have already a subject matter expertise, let's say on, I don't know, like energy, or on, I don't know, teaching, education, or like even medical, if you can build your XR skills on top of that, this is something that stands out from the perspective of a recruiter, especially if the company is having a lot of clients or projects on that front. So I would really recommend make your existing subject matter expertise shine with enough XR prototyping skills. Let me explain a little bit about the prototyping part. So if you're a no coder or designer, or let's say much more on the artistic part, we still recommend the talents to have enough XR prototyping skills, scripting skills, so they can actually realize their own ideas in Unity, Unreal, or whatever engine that they are using. That's the most important part, because we are not in a very established or mature industry yet, right? So especially for mid-sized companies or small-size XR studios, it is not affordable, or it's not meaningful, or it becomes a luxury for them to hire no coder designers, no coder artists. So they always look for bare minimum prototyping skills, which we are teaching in our boot camps, like how to prototype fast, because you are also gaining experience while you are building prototypes. And as Martyn mentioned, it's also helping you to build your portfolio in a quick, short period of time. So if you would like to stand out, if you would like to increase the chance of getting hired, I strongly recommend that you at least have enough prototyping skills on top of your existing design skills. And afterwards, it's all about like how you approach to different job opportunities, how you actually utilize your background, industry background and experience on an XR transformation project on any part of the industry, or on an XR game project. That's what I can suggest.
It's quite an interesting viewpoint, that, Ferhan, because I guess a lot of particularly because we've seen such a huge rise in kind of innovation and research and development and discovery projects, particularly around XR, I guess to kind of have that level of prototyping experience is really valuable, and I guess kind of improve your hireability with kind of potential companies. So it's quite an interesting viewpoint that you're kind of covering that.
Yeah, I think that it's good because there's other aspects as well, right? When I speak with people, particularly young people in the space as well, who are looking to develop out their careers and looking at these things, is there's often a mindset, especially if you're just starting out, that you're going to be overlooked because, okay, I don't have this experience or I don't have that. So they don't end up applying for something or looking at something because they think that that one very particular skill is an area that they don't want to they don't have. But actually, the interesting thing that I've always found about immersive technology in this space is this idea of transferable skills. So I think, Ferhan, what you were mentioning is like, if there is a particular area that you've had experience with and you have worked on, there's an ability here to build on that. And Ivan, as you already said, you guys are looking for a group of people that have a diverse background in different areas, not just tech, right? So that's an element, and it's one piece of advice I always give to people is, what you were saying, Ferhan, is focus on the areas that you're really good at, strengthen them, and align them a little bit with what people in this space are looking for.
And create prototypes on top, right? So if you are already a medical background person, create a prototype on medical while you are prototyping, right? While you are learning. Of course, you need to diversify your portfolio to increase your chance, but utilizing your existing skills before even starting your XR upskilling will be something that will be valuable, that no other talents may have already taught that before, right? So I think this is the way, in our perspective, when we validate the talents, that we see that they actually can find, they have much more chance to find a job than others. I can definitely tell that.